What is going on today, guys? It is Legendary Neratori, formerly known as Black Feather Legion, and today I'm coming at you with another opening video. Though this one isn't going to be a tin like my previous video. This one is actually going to be the Structure Deck Marik, which came out in 2010. Now, I actually have two of them, but considering the fact that they have the same contents in them, I'm only going to be opening up one. I just had this other one here in the background just to, I guess, kind of show off what the box itself looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and open this box itself up off screen, because in case it gets a little messy and have to tear it open, but we're actually good. So I'm just going to set this aside, and here it is, the contents itself inside. And I'm going to take this part off. It's got, of course, the official rule book, and a little promotion, and of course this is obviously going to be an outdated one, just like my last one, but I'm not really a fan of Zexal or Arc 5, so you won't really see too many content of that on my channel, and to anybody who doesn't really like them, well, I mean, it's my personal preference, not yours, so I can understand if you don't agree with me, and if you have any personal opinions about them, feel free to comment about it, and I'm open to hear any of your guys' thoughts about Arc 5 or Zexal. It's just, personally, I gave them a chance, I'm just not a huge fan of them, but here's the deck itself. If you want, first, we'll go ahead and take a look at this mat, and they're pretty simple ones usually, but I usually like the artworks on them at least. So let me real quick unfold this, and then, yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, overall, like, definitely if you don't have a professional mat, I like using these, and more particularly, I like use these for anyone who doesn't have one of those mats. I used to have one, so I no longer do, so I actually use them as well. But let's go ahead and tear this open, and unlike my previous video, I'll actually call these ones out by name. I just won't read the effects of them because it's so easy to just look them up yourselves if you're curious about their effects. And most of you should already know these effects. So let's go ahead and tear this open and get into the cards themselves. Okay, so first up is Lava Golem, which, like I said, not going to bother reading the effects, but then Mystical Beast of Serket. I actually had a fake version of him when I was younger. Temple of the Kings. Gilgarth. I think this is actually the only normal monster in the deck, which I'm actually glad for, because in the anime, Marik actually had a few that didn't have any effects, and I'm not really a big of a fan of normal monsters. I think most of you could agree with me on that, but Mystic Tomato, Visor Des, Legendary Fiend, Dark Geroid, New Doria, Gravekeeper's Spy, another Gravekeeper's Spy, Gravekeeper's Curse, 2 Gravekeeper Guards, Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier, Gravekeeper's Chief, Gravekeeper's Cannon Holder, 2 Gravekeeper's Assailants, Dralago, Boganian, Gravekeeper's Commandant or Commandant, however you would pronounce that one, Gravekeeper's Visionary, and Gravekeeper's Descendant. Now for the spell cards, Mystical Space Typhoon, always helpful to have one of those around, Nightmare Steel Cage, Creature Swap, Book of Moon, Dark Room of Nightmare, 2 Necro Valley, Foolish Burial, Magical Stone Excavation, Allure of Darkness, then the trap cards, Acid Trap Hole, Mirror Force, it's pretty weird to see this card common, Skull Invitation, Coffin Cellar, Nightmare Wheel, Metal Reflect Slime, Malevolent Catastrophe, and Dark Illusion. And that's the contents of the deck itself. Now, I actually am going to be building my own personal deck recipe for Marik's cards, but I'm going to be posting that at a later time because I still have to get some of the cards I'm going to be throwing into it, but I will be posting a video about that eventually, so stay tuned for that. Definitely subscribe if you want to look forward to seeing that one. But overall, this is worth it because it's actually $20 on Amazon right now, and that's a bit much compared to most structure decks, which usually go for about 10 or less. But considering all that it comes with, especially if you really like the Marik cards, or if you're just looking to maybe start a Gravekeeper's deck, this is a really good start to that. And if just getting 2 of these, you'll get a total of 3 Necrovalley. Well, you get 4, but you can only have 3 copies per deck, so you already have that, and you'll have a good amount of the other cards from the Gravekeepers and everything. And overall, it's pretty good, and especially once I get the additional supplement cards to build my own Marik deck. Marik was my personal favorite character besides Joey Wheeler from the original series, so I'm overall really pleased with this, and if you were pleased with this, be sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. This is Legendary Nuratori, signing out.